reflecting on the Vietcong, Uncle John's band and a Dylan song, smelling like it's supper time. You know it brought a tear to his eye the day that Jerry Garcia died. He said he was the genius of his time. Yeah, friend of the devil is a friend of mine. Try to find and make the time, a couple of joints and a bottle of wine. You'll be glad that you did. With the Grateful Dead spinning round, kick your feet back, be astounded by the life of the Brooklyn Kid. Da 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 da. Okay, little count off. 1, 2, 3, 4. You bring me sunshine, I bring you rain. You bring me smiles, drive you out of your brain.
Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here this evening. We've got a great crowd on hand. I'm going to turn this microphone over to Mr. Clay Elliott, and he's got a few house arrangements to announce. So here is Clay.
Good evening, and thank you all for being here tonight. Again, the Dynamic Divas is, I believe it's in its 17th year we've been doing this thing, and the foundation females continue to get better every time. The crowd is awesome, and our consigners dig in every year and bring elite females to this that can go into flush and donor programs. They bring ewe lambs that you can take out onto the show road and win banners and then put them back into the flock. We are so happy to have our consigners. They do a wonderful job for us year in and year out. We have SC and CCI.live here taking care of you online. We got Colonel John Cooper here taking your bids tonight. Cody Miller is over here on the right side. Mason Hager will be here on the left. And we've got Coy back here in the back taking them. I'll be back here in the back as well. Thank you for having us. We take a good check. Cash is good. Credit card at a 3%, I believe. 3.5% buyer premium. 3.5%. All right. We're going to get this thing started. Thank you for being here.
When do you think the credit card's going to go to 10%?
Shortly.
It won't take long. Well, Clay Elliott, thank you again, guys. You say 17 years we've been started? 17 years. We want to thank everybody for being here. We've got 61 sheep. It ain't going to take us very long, about an hour and 19 minutes. If you want to think I'm wrong, then I'll buy you a drink after the sale. Here's going to be lot number 1. All right, Mason's going to be taking bids. Coy's going to be taking bids. Lot 6, I'm sorry. Going to be lot number 6. Cody's going to be taking bids. If you guys buy one of these sheep, turn your bids in, turn your buyer number into these gentlemen. We want to thank everybody for being here. If we do have 2 people claiming the same bid, guys, we'll open it up to those 2 buyers and those 2 buyers only. Thanks again for coming. Let's have a good sale. Lot number 6. Here is corner view. If you want to stop me at any point in time, Clay Elliott, and talk about these lambs, sure get my attention and talk about them. Here's going to be a lot. Number 6, Sales On. Right there, get 5. 500, get 5. If I get 500, if I get 500, not 5. If I get 500, going to be 1,000, I get 1,000, going to be 1,500, 15, not 2. And 2,000, I get 2. And 2,000, I get 2,000, I get 2,000, I get 2,000, going to be 2,000, going to be 25. And 25, I get 3. And 2,000, going to be 3. I get 3. And 25, I get 3. And 5. And 3,500. And 35, 4. And 4,000, going to be 4,500. Here, going to be 4,500. Here, going to be 4,500. And 45, I get 4,500. I get 4,500. 4,500 here, going to be 4,500 and 4,500. Cody's in at 4. We're going to be 4,500 and 45. They get 4,500. They get 4,500 and 45. They get 45. They get 45. They get 45. They get 45. Going to be 4,500 and 4,500. They get 4,500. They get 4,500. They get 4,500 and 4,500. They get 4,500. They get 4,500. And I sold her 4,000. Cody. 100 is a buyer. 100. Let's go to lot number 46. Foundation female. She's in the ring right there. Going to be lot number 46. Right there. Going to get 5 and 500, not 10. 1,000. Going to get 1,000. 1,000. Going to get 1,000. Going to get 1,000. Going to be 1,000. Going to be 500. Going to get 10. 1,000. Going to be 1,000 and 1,000. Going to get 1,000. Going to get 1,000. Going to get 1,000. Going to be $1,000. Going to be 500. What about 10? 1,000. Going to get 1,000. Going to get 1,000. Going to get 1,000. Going to be 1,000 and 1,000. Here. Going to be 500. Going to get 1,000. Going to be 500. Going to get 1,000. Going to be 500. What about 600? 5, 600, 5, 600, 5, 6, 7. Now 7 and 700. Going to get 7. And 700, we get 7 here, 7 to buy, 7 here, going to be 700, we get 700, not 7, and 700, we get 700, Cody's in, 600, not 7, and 700, we get 700, we get 700, going to be 700, going to be 700, going to be 700, and now 7, and 700, we get 700, we get 700, we get 700, going to be 700, 6 and now 7, 6 and now 700, we get 700, sold her, 600, Cody. 108 got here, here's 48, here's Hubbard. We on the little girls now? Here's the little girls. All right, right there, you're going to be lot number 48. Hubbard time, right there, 5, not 10. 1,000, 1,000, I get 1,000, I get 1,000, I get 1,000. I'm going to be 12, I'm going to be 15, going to be 2,000, I get 2,000, I get 2,000, I'm going to be 25, I get 3, and 25, and 2,500 here, going to be 25, I get 3,000, I get 2,000, I get 3,000, going to be 35, and 3,500, and 35, 4, and 4,000, I get 4,000, I get 4,000, I get 4,000, going to be 35, I get 4, and 35, 4,000, going to be 4,000, I get 4, and 4,000, going to be 40, 500, and 4,500 here, going to be 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 4,500 and 4,500, not 5. If 1,000, I get 5,000, I get 5,000, I get 5,000, I get 5. If 1,000, I get 5,000, now 5. Now 5,500 and 5,500 and 5,500 about there. Now 6 and 6,000, I get 6,000, I get 6,000, I get 6,000, and now 6 and 6,000, going to be 55. Now 6 and 6,000, going to be 6,000, going to be 6,000, now 5. 6,500, 6,500, 6,500, and now 5 here, going to be 6,500, and now 5, I get 5, I get 5, I get 5, I get 5 here, going to be 6,500, and now 5 here, going to be 6,500 here, going to be 6,500. Did you get it? 6,500, now 7. 7,000, I get 7. 7,500, Coy, be a little louder. 7,500, 7,500, 7,500, 75, 85, 75, 85, 7,500, and 7,500, 75. Now, hey, 8,000, I'm going to be 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 85, 8,500 here, going to be 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 85, 85, going to be 85, 85. Now 9, 9,000, I'm going to get 9. 9,000, going to be 95. 95, going to get 5. 95, going to get 9,500 here, going to be 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 95, going to be 95. 9,500 here, going to be 95. 95, going to be 9,500 here, going to be 9,500. 95, going to get 5. Where are you guys from? I don't want you to miss her going that from Colorado. He said, see you later, alligator. Sold, 9,000. Your way, Cody. 185. Let's go to lot number 1. Here's Johnson. Lot number 1, I get 500, not 5. If I get 500, if I get 1,000, if 1,000, I get 1,000, I get 1,000, I get 1,000, I'm going to be 500, not 10. If 1,000, I get 1,000, I get 1,000, I get 1,000, I'm going to be 500, not 10. If 1,000, I get 1,000, I get 1,000, I'm going to be 1,000. What about 750? And 750, not 10, not 10, not 10, 1250. And 10, 12 of the bag, going to be 1,000, going to be 12 of the bag, going to be 1,000, going to be 12 of the bag, 10, 12 of the bag. Did you get it? 12 of the half, 12 of the half, 15, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, 16. 15, 1,600 at that, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 7, hit it down 2. 2,000 going to be 2. 2,000 going to be 225. 25, 25, 25, 25. Mason, you got 2,500. 25, and 25, and 5, and 25, now 3, and 3,000, and 3, and 25, and 3, and 25, and 3,000, and 3, and 25, and 3, and 25, and now 3,000, going to be 3,500, and 3,500, here going to be 3,500, here going to be 35, and 5, here going to be 3,500, and 35, and 3,500, and 35, and 35, and 35, and 3,500, 3,500, and 3,500, now 4, and 4,000, and 4,000, and 4,000, going to be 4, and 4,000, and 4,000, and 4,000, going to be 35, and 4,000, and going to be 35, and 4, and 35,000, going to be 4,000, 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 going to be 4. Sold out 3,500 online, buyer 614. Let's go to lot number 29. Here is Hild. Lot number 29. 5, 500, 500, 5, 10, 1,000, 1,000, going to be 12, going to be 15, 17, going to be 2,000, 25, 3, and 3,000, going to be 35, 4, and 4,500, and 45 to 5,000, 5,500, 5,500, 6,000, going to be 6,500, 7,000, going to be 7,500, 8,000, going to be 8,000, 8,000, 8,000, going to be 75, going to be 8,000, going to be 89, and 10, and 10,000, going to be 10,000, going to be 10,000, going to be 12,000, going to be 12,000, going to be 12,000, going to be 10, 12, and 10, 12. And 12,000, going to be 10 and 12,000, going to be 10 and 12,000, going to be 10 and 12,000, going to be 10,000, going to be 12 and 12,000, going to be 12 and 12,000, going to be 10 and 12,000. I got Tick Mason at 10, going to be 12. Cody, going to be 12. What about 11? 11,000, 11,000, 10, 5, 10, 5. Will that help? 10, 5. 10, 5, yeah, 10, 5, here we're going to be 10, 5, and 10, 5, 10, 5, 11,000, 11,000, 11,000, 11,000, 11,000, 11,000, going to be 11,000, going to be 11,000, going to be 11,000, 11,000, 11, 5, 11, 5, 11, 5, 11, 5, 11, 5, 11, 5, 11, 5 here, now 12, 12,000, I'm going to be 12, 12,000, I'm going to be 12, 12,000, going to be 12, 12,000, going to be 12, 12,000, going to be 12, 11, 5, going to be 12, 12,000, got the internet in, 11, 5, now 12. 12,000, got to do it. 12,000, I'm going to 12. Yeah, 12,000, I'm going to 12,000, going to be 11,500, going to be 12,000, I'm going to 12,000, I'm going to 12,000, I'm going to 12,000, I'm going to be 12,000, going to be 12. Sold her 11,500 online. Iowa bound 744. Let's go to number 30. Here's Hobbs. She's hitting right there. You're going to be 3 hole right there. You're going to get 500. If 5. If 5. You're going to get 500 on 10. If 1,000. You're going to get 1,000. You're going to get 1,000. You're going to get 1,000. I'm going to be 1,000. I'm going to be 15. I'm going to be 2,000. I'm going to be 2,000. I'm going to be 2,000. I'm going to be 2. And 2,000. I'm going to be 25. And 2,500. And 2,500. Here you're going to be 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 20. Now 5. And 2,500 to buy. Here you're going to be 2,500. Here you're going to be 20. 250. And 20. You're going to get 2.5. You're going to be 20. You're going to get 2.5. You're going to be 20. 250. And 20. You're going to get 2.5. You're going to be 2,000. I'm going to be 2. You're going to be 2. You're going to be 2,000. I'm going to be 2,000. I'm going to be 2. And 2,000. I'm going to be 2. And 2,000. I'm going to get 2,000. I'm going to get 2,000. I'm going to be 15. Now 2. And 2,000. I'm going to get 2. 2,000. I'm going to be 2. Going to be 2. Going to be 2. 705. We're out. 2,002. And 2,002. And 1,500. Now 2. And 2,000. I'm going to get 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 2,000. I'm going to be 2. And 2,000. I'm going to get 2. And 2,000. I'm going to be 2,000. I'm going to get 2,000. I'm going to be 1,500. Now 2. And 2,000. I'm going to be 2,000. I'm going to get 2,000. I'm going to get 2,000. I'm going to be 2,000. I'm going to be 20. Not 5. 20. 500. 2,500. And 2,500. Here you're going to be 2,500. Here you're going to be 2,500. And 20. To get 500, going to be 20, to get 500, going to be 2,500 here, going to be 2,500, and 20 to get 500, going to be 20 to get 500, going to be 2,500, 2,500, and 20 to get 500, going to be 2,500. I sold her 2,761, Texas bound 2,000. Let's go to 11. Ham Schultz. Oh yeah, you betcha yeah. Is that what you're saying? They sold the high dollar. High one here a year ago, guys. Here's lot number 1,100. Right there to get 500. If 5. If 5. They get 500 on 10. If 1,000. They get 1,000. They get 15. Going to be 2. They get 5. They get 3. They get 5. Now 35. They get 4. Now 5. Now 5. If 1,000. They get 5. Now 5,500. And now 65. 75. And 7,500. 75. Going to be 85. They get 95. They get 95. Going to be 10. 5. And 10. 5. Going to be 10. 5. They get 10. 5. They get 10. 5. Going to be 10. 5. And 95. They get 10. And 95. They get 10. And 95. They get 10,000. Going to be 95. They get 10,000. Going to be 10. 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 And 10,000. I got Coy. 95. Going to be 10. 10,000. I'm going to get 10. 10,000 going to be 10, and 95 going to be 10,000, going to be 10. Now 10, 10, 10, 10, 5, and 10, 5, and 10, 5 going to be 10, 5, 11, 11,000, 11,000, 11,000 going to be 11,000, going to be 11, 5, 11, 5, 11, 5, 11,000, going to be 500, 11,000 going to be 5 here, going to be 12, and 12,000 going to be 12, and now 12,000, going to be 12,000, going to be 12, 13, and 13,000, and 13, going to get 13, going to get 13, going to get 13, going to get 13, going to be 13, going to get 13, and 13, 14,000, and 14,000, going to do it again, ain't they? And 14,000, going to be 15,000, and 15,000, going to get 15, 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 going to be 15. Now 16,000, 16,000, 16,000, 16,000. What about 15,500? 15,500, 15,500, 15,000, going to get 5. 15,500, and 15,000, going to get 500, going to get 15,500, and 15,000, going to get 500, going to get 15,000, going to get 500, going to get 15, going to be 5,000, 15,500. Sold her to you, 15,000. How's she go? 164. Here is going to be lot number 2. Here's a Martin Lamb, going to be lot number 2. This yours, Aaron? Nope. Here's going to be lot number 2. Barton time high. They're going to get 5. And 500. You get 5. You get 5. They're going to get 5. 500. They're going to get 500. Going to be 10. 1,000. They're going to get 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 1,000. Going to be 500. Not 10. 1,000. They're going to get 1,000. They're going to get 1,000. You got Mason. And 1,000. They're going to get 1,000. They're going to get 1,000. Going to be 1,000. Going to be 15. And 1,500. 1,000. They're going to get 15. Going to be 10 and 15. Going to be 10 and 15. Going to be 10 and 15. Going to be 1,000. They're going to get 1,500. And 1,500. Yacht California. 1,500. 1,000. They're going to get 15. Going to be 10 and 15. Going to be 1,000. They're going to get 1,500. And 1,500. Not 2. And 2,000. Going to be 2. Going to be 2. Going to be 2, going to be 2, going to be 2, going to be 2, going to be 2,500, and 2,500, and 20, going to get 500, going to be 20, now 500, online, going to be 20, 500, and 20, now 500, going to be 20, now 500, going to be 20, going to get 500, now 3, and 3,000, going to get 3, and 3,000, going to get 3, and 3,000, going to get 3, and 3,000, going to be 25, going to get 3, 25, going to get 3, he said yes, now 30, 500, 30, 500, and 35, going to get 5, and 30, now 500, going to get 35, going to get 35, going to get 35, going to be 35, going to get 35, going to be 30, 500, and 3,500, going to be 3,500, now 4, and 4,000, going to be 4, and 4,000, going to get 4,000, going to be 35, going to get 4,000, going to be 35, going to get 4, and 4,000, going to get 4,000, going to be 35, going to get 4,000, going to be 35, going to get 4,000, 4, and 4,000, going to get 4,000, going to be 3,500, 4,000, going to be 4,500, 4,500. 4,500, you got online, 4,500, 4,500, and 4,500, and 4,500, going to get 4,500, now 4,500, and 45, and 45, going to get 45, going to get 45, going to get 40, California, going to be 4,500, you want to do it, Justin? 4,500, 4,500, and 4,500, going to get 45, 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 going to get 4,500, sold 4,000, how'd she go? 149. I kind of remember that. Here is going to be lot number 56. Lincolnmeyer pig. I'd sell too many pig sales. You number 56, right there, 500, not 5, if 5, if 5, maybe 5, and 510, if 1,000, maybe 1,000, going to be 1,000, going to be 15, not 2, and 2,000, going to be 25, 25, 25, 3, now 3,000, going to be 30, 500, and 35, 35, 35, 4, and 4,000, maybe 4,000, maybe 4,000, maybe 4,000, maybe 4,000, going to be 4, and now 4, and 4,000, maybe 4,000, going to be 4, and 3,500, 4,000, maybe 4,000, going to be 3,500. Cody took him right ahead of you online at 3, going to be 35. Cody going to be 35. 35, 85, 35, 85, and 3,500. They're going to be 3,500. Going to get 35, going to get 35, going to get 35, going to get 35, going to be 35, going to be 3,500, and 35, and 3,500. They're going to be 3,500. Going to get 3,500, and 3,000. Going to get 3,500. Going to get 35, going to get 35, going to get 35, going to get 3,500, and 3,500. They're going to be 3,500. They're going to be 3,500. They're going to be 3,500, 3,500, and now 5, going to get 3,500. Going to get 35, going to be 100. They're going to be 35. Sold 3,000 online, 745, 3,000. Here is 55. Ellerbrock here, right there. You're going to be Flush Program Project. Lot number 55. Here go. And 5. If 5, and 5. If 500. If 500. Good 10. If 1,000. Maybe to get 1,000. Maybe to get 1,000. Going to be 1,000. Maybe to get 1,000. Maybe to get 15. Going to be 2,000. Going to be 25. Maybe to get 3. And 25. 25. 25. 20. Not 3. And 3,000. 35. And 35. 4. And 4,000. Maybe to get 4,000. Maybe to get 4,500. And 4,500. Maybe to get 45. Maybe to get 45. Maybe to get 45. Maybe to get 45. Maybe to get 4,500. And 4,500. Get 4. Not 5. Not 5. Not 5. If 1,000. Maybe to get 5. If 1,000. Maybe to get 5,000. Maybe to get 5,000. Maybe to get 5,000. Maybe to get 5,000. 5,000, able to get 5,000, going to be 45. Hit 5, hit 5,000, able to get 5,000, able to get 5. Cody's in, 45, hit 5, hit 5,000, able to get 5,000, able to get 5, able to get 5, able to get 5, able to get 5, able to get 5,000, able to get 5, hit 5,000, able to get 5,000, able to get 5,000, going to be 5,000, going to be 5,000, going to be 5, 4,500 with 5, and 5,000, able to get 5,000 die. Sold her 4,500, Cody. 121. Heineman Brothers, here's going to be lot number 54. Heineman Brothers, she's in. Able to get 5, 500, hit 5, able to get 500, not 10, hit 1,000, able to get 1,000, going to be 1,500, 15, able to get 15, able to get 15, able to get 15, not 10, not 15, 1,000, going to be 1,500, and 1,500, 15, able to get 15, able to get 15, able to get 15, 1,000, able to get 1,500, 1,000, going to be 1,500, 1,000, coins in, 50, not 2, and 2,000, going to be 2, 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 not 5, and 2,500, and 2,500, and 20, able to get 500, all lines in, 2,500, and 2,500, 2,500, 2,500, 2,500, 2,500, 2,500, and 20 to get 500, going to be 20 to get 500, going to be 2,500, and 20 to get 500, going to be 2,500, here, going to be 2,500, 2,000, going to be 2,500, now 3. 3,000, able to get 3. 3,000, able to get 3. And 25, able to get 3, able to get 3, able to get 3. And 25, able to get 3,000, able to get 3,000, able to get 3,000, able to get 3,000, going to be 25, able to get 3. 25, able to get 3. Sold out 2,500 online. 693, 2,500. Let's go to lot number 24. Hamburgie. Lot 24, able to get 500, not 5, hit 5, hit 5, able to get 500, 10, hit 1,000, able to get 1,000, able to get 1,000, able to get 1,000, going to be 500, 10, 15, hit 1,500, and 1,500, 2,000, going to be 2, going to be 2, going to be 2, and 25, 25, 25, 3, and 3, able to get 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 4, and 4,000, able to get 45, and 4,500, and 4,500, and 45, able to get 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 4,500, and 4,500, and 40, able to get 500, able to get 40, able to get 500, able to get 4,500, coins in at 4, we're going to be 45. 40, 500, 45, able to get 5. Now 5, able to get 5. 5,000, able to get 5. 5,000, able to get 5. If 1,000, going to be 5,500. And 5,500, Justin online, going to be out. 5,500. 5,500 and 5,500. Able to get 55. Able to get 55. Able to get 55. Able to get 55. Able to get 5,500 and 5,500. 5, able to get 5,500 and 5,500. About able to get 55. Able to get 55. Able to get 5,500. 5,000. Able to get 5,500. 5,500. 50 now. 500. Sold her 5,000 koi. 128. Let's go to 32. Here's Glasscock. Lot number 32, right there, on her, able to get 5, hit 5, hit 5, able to get 5, hit 500, able to get 500, able to get 500, 500, not 10, hit 10, 12, 15, 17, not 2,000, 25, and 25, 25, 3, able to get 3, able to get 3, and 3, able to get 3, and 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 4, and 4,000, able to get 4, and 4,000, able to get 4,000, going to be 4,500, and 4,500, 4,500, 45, now 5 to get 5, and 5,000, able to get 5,000, able to get 5,000, going to be 5,500, 6,000, it's 6,000, it's 6,000, able to get 6,000, able to get 6,000, able to get 6,000, 6,500, 7, and 7,000, 7,500, and 7,500, 7,500, 8,000, going to be 8,000, able to get 9, and 9,000, able to get 9,000, going to be 10,000, going to be 10,000, going to be 12, and 12,000, and 12,000, going to be 10, and 12,000, going to be 10, and 12,000, going to be 10, 12, and 12,000, going to be 10, and 12,000, going to be 10, 12, and 12,000, going to be 12,000, able to get 12,000, going to be 12, and 12,000, going to be 10, 12, and 12,000, going to be 12,000. Got Cody at 10, going to be 12. Mason, you know you're out. 12,000, going to be 10, 12. 10,000. What about 11? 11,000. 11,000. 11,000. 10, 11. 10, 11. 10, 11. 10, 11,000. Going to be 10, 11,000. I sold her 10,000, Cody. 170. 10,000. Let's go to 40. Moracle's in. Lot number 40, able to get 500, hit 5, hit 5, able to get 500, 5, able to get 500, 5, able to get 500, 5, able to get 1,000, able to get 1,000, able to get 1,000, able to get 1,000, going to be 510, and 10 to 15, 1,000, able to get 15, going to be 1,000, going to be 15, not 2, and 2,000, going to be 2, going to be 2, going to be 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, not 3, and 3,000, able to get 3, and now 3, able to get 3, and 25, able to get 3, going to be 25, able to get 3, going to be 25, able to get 3,000, going to be 25, able to get 3, and 25, able to get 3, and 25, able to get 3,000, going to be 25, able to get 3,000, able to get 3, not 5, and 3,500, and 3,500, and 35, and 35, and 35, and 35, and 35. Mason, you're at 35, and 3,500, and 3,500, and 3,500, you're going to be 3,500, 716 route, 3,500, and 30, and now 500, and 35, and 35, and 35, and 35, and 35, bid 5, and 3,500, and 3,500, you're going to be 35, and 5, and 35, and 5, you're going to be 3,500, you're going to be 3,500, 3,500, and now 3,500, you're going to be 30, and 500, 3,500, I sold her 3,717. Let's go to lot number 43. Amateur, rather, you're going to be lot number 43. Hunter, you 5. If 5, David, 5. If 5, David, 500, David, 5, David, 500, 5, David, 500, not 10, 110, 15, not 2, and 2,000, I'm going to be 25, David, 3 to 3, 3,500, 4,000, I'm going to be 45, David, 5,000, 6,000, and 6,000, I'm going to be 7,000, I'm going to be 7,000, I'm going to be 7,000, I'm going to be 7, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10,000, I'm going to be 10, 10,000, I'm going to be 12, 12,000, I'm going to be 10, 12, and 12,000, I'm going to be 12,000, I'm going to be 10, 12, 14, and 14,000, I'm going to be 14, 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 I'm going to be 12, 14,000, and 14,000, and 14,000, I'm going to be 14, 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 I'm going to be 12, 14,000, and 12, and 14, and 14, I'm going to be 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 16, 16,000, 16,000, 16,000, 16,000, 16,000. Her next litter pay for, hopefully. Litter. What do they have? They have litters, don't they? If they got 3 or 4, it's called a litter, right?
I got 16.
Yeah, see, that helps. Now 18. See, got litters. 18,000. 18,000. She'll have a big litter. 18,000. 18, going to be 18 in the back. 16, 18,000. 18, 16, 18. 16, going to be 18,000. 18,000. 18, going to be 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 16, 18,000. 18,000. 16, going to be 18,000. Sold her 16,000. Good job, guys. 138. Here's 60. Craigo. Lot number 6. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 500, 5, 500, 5, 500, 5, you're going to be 10, 10 to 15, 1,500, and 50, not 2, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 3, 3, 3, and 3,000, going to be 3, and 3,000, going to be 3, and 25, going to be 3, and 25, going to be 3,000, going to be 3,000, going to be 3,000, going to be 3, and 25, going to be 3, and 25, but 3, and 25, going to be 3,000, going to be 3,000, going to be 3, and 25, going to be 3,000, going to be 30, 500, and 3,500, and 35. Cody, give me 30, 500, give me 35. 35, 35, 35, 35, and 3,500 here, going to be 35, now 4, and 4,000, 4,000, 4,000, 4,000, 4,000, going to be 4, and 4,000, going to be 4,000, going to be 40, 500, and 40, 500, 40, 500, 40, 500, going to be 40, 500, no, going to be 45, 40, 500, 45, 85, 45, 85, now 5, 5,000, 85, online, going to be 5, 5,000, 85, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, going to be 5,000, going to Nebraska, give me 5, 5,000, 50, 500, 55 Cody route, 5,500, 5,500, 55, 85, 5,500, and 55, 5,500, 1,000, 5,500, 5,500, 55, going to be 100. Sold her 5,000, 695, Nebraska bound, 5,000. Here's 47 Halls. Lot 47 on her. 5, 5, 500, 5, 500, 10, 1,000, 1,000, going to be 1,000, going to be 15, going to be 15, going to be 1,000, going to be 15, going to be 1,000, going to be 1,500, and 1,000, going to be 15, not 2, and 2,000, going to be 2, going to be 2, 25, 25, 3, 3, 3, 3,000, going to be 25, 3, and 35, and 3,500, here, 5, going to be 35, not 4, and 4,000, going to be 4,500, and 45, 4,500, here, going to be 4,500, here, going to be 4,500, here, going to be 4,500, and 45, now 5, and 5,000, 5,000, going to be 5,500, and 5,500, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 5,500, and 5,500, and 55, 55, 55, 55, Mason's in, 5,000, give me 5,500, and 5,500, and 55, 55, 55, 55, 5,500, and 5,500, now 6, and 6,000, 6,000, 6,000, going to be 6,000, 6,000, 6,000, 6,000, now 5, 6,500, 6,500, 65, 85, Yacht Cow, 6,500, 6,500. And now 5, and 5, and 5, and 5, and 5. Now 5 here, you're going to be 6,500. That's 6,500. Here, we're going to 5. There you go, 6,500. And now 5, yeah, cow, 6,500. Want to do it? Yes or no? 6,500. 6,500. I. Soder, 6,000. Mason. 126. Here comes Birch. Lot number 5 coming in. Lot 5. Hunter. 5. 500. 500, and 510, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, going to be 500, going to be 10, and 15, and 2,000, going to be 2,500, and 25, and 3, and 3,000, and 3,500, and 3,500, and 3,500, and 35, and 3,500, going to be 3,000, and 3, and 25, and 3, and 25, and 3, and 25, and 300, going to be 25, and 3,000, and 3, now 5, and 3,500, and 3,500, going to be 3,500, and 4,000, and 4,000, and 4,000, and 4,000, going to be 4,000, and 4, and 35, and 4, and 4,000. 4,000, 4,000, going to be 35, 4,000, going to be 35, 4, and 3,500, 4,000, 4, and 4,000, 4,000, 4,000, going to be 35, 4, and 3,500, 4, and 4,000, 4,000, 4,000, 4,000, going to be 4,000, and you're out of line. 4,004, and 35, 4, and 4,000, 4,000, going to be 35, 4,000, 4,000, 4,000, going to be 35, 4,000, 4, so 3,500 koi. 176. Here's 16. Here is Benson. Here's a yearling ready to go to the donor pen. Get ready, boys. Hunter. There. Flush is way good. They're way good. Now 5, now 10, now 1,500, and 15, and 1,500, and 15, now 2, now 2, 25, and 25, 25, 25, 25, and 3, now 3, and 3, and 25, and 3, now 5, 25, 25, 25, 30, now 5, and 3,500, and 30, and 500, 4, and 4,000, and 4,000, and 4,000, and 4,000, 4,500, and 40, and 500, and 40, and 500, and 40, 500, and 5, and 4,000, and 5, and 5, and 5, and 5, and 5,000, and going to be 6,000, 7, and 7,000, and 7, and 7,000, and 7,000, give me 65, Cody. Now 7,000, Mason. 7,000, I'm going to get 7. 7,000, I'm going to get 7. 65 with Cody. Going to be 7. 7,000, I'm going to be 7. 7,000, I'm going to be 7. And 7,000, I'm going to get 7,000. I'm going to get 7,000. I'm going to get 7,000. I'm going to be 7. And 7,000, I'm going to be 6,500. 7,000, I'm going to be 7. He said no. So 6,500, Cody. 185. Let's go to 58. Going to be Miller Farms. It's Miller time. It's past Miller time for a lot of you folks. Right there, 5. Hit 5. Hit 5. They get 510. 1,000. They get 1,000. They get 1,000. Going to be 1,000. They get 15. Going to be 2,000. Going to be 25. They get 3,000. They get 3,000. Going to be 3,500. And 4,000. They get 4,500. And 5,000. They get 5,000. They get 5. And 45. They get 5,000. Going to be 5,500. 6,000. And 6,000. They get 6,000. Going to be 6,000. Going to be 6,000. And 5,500. Now 6. And 6,000. Going to be 6,000. Going to be 6,500. 6,500. 6,500. 6,500. And now 5. They get about 7. And 7,000, going to be 7,000, 75, and 75. Now 8,000 here, 85, 8,500 here, 8,500 here, going to be 8,500 here, going to be 8,500, 8,500, 8,500, 8,500, 8,500 here, going to be 8,500. What about 82 and a half? One time, Mason. 82 and a half. Now 5, 8,500, 87 and a half, 87.50, 87.50, 87.50. Sold out 8,500. How we go, Cody? 151. 8,500. Here is 18. Goldie. Lot 18, they're going to be Goldie time. They're going to get 5. Hit 5. Hit 5. They're going to get 5. 10. Hit 1,000. They're going to get 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 15. They're going to get 15. 1,000. They're going to get 15. 1,000. They're going to get 15. 150. They're going to get 50. 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 They're going to get 15. Going to be 1,000. Going to be 1,500. Now 12 and a half. Now 1,500. And 15. 17 and a half. And 17.50. And 17. Bit of a half here. Bit of a half and a half here. Going to be 17 and a half. And 17 and a half. Going to get 17 and a half. Going to get 17 and a half. And 17 and a half. Going to be 17 and a half. 17 and a half. 17 and a half. 17.50. And 17 and a half. Going to get 17 and a half. Going to be 17. Bit of a half. 17 and a half. Soder 1,500 Mason. 178 got her. Here is Sugar Creek. Here's lot number 53. Sugar Creek, 500, hit 5, hit 5, hit 500, able to get 10, hit 1,000, able to get 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 15, not 2, at 2,000, going to be 2, going to be 2, 2,000, going to be 20, 500, at 20, 500, not 3, at 3,000, able to get 3, hit 25, able to get 3, hit 25, able to get 3, not 5, at 30, 500, at 30, 500, able to get 30, 500, 30, 500, going to be 30, not 5, at 30, 500 online, going to be 30, 500, at 35, able to get 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 35, coins in, 3,000, going to be 35 online, 3,500, 35 to 5, 35 to 5, and 3,500 to get 3,500 to get 3,500, going to be 3,500, and 3,500 to get 35 to get 35 to get 35 to get 35 to get 3,500, and 3,500 to get 3,500 to get 3,500 to get 35, going to be 100. Sold her 3,000 koi. 101. Let's go to 62. Here's a Davis. Consignment lot number 62. Hit 5, hit 5, hit 5, able to get 5, hit 500, 5, 5, able to get 500, 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 bid 5, and 500, able to get 5, 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 500, and 5, able to get 5, and 500, able to get 5, able to get 500, 500, 750, and 5 out of 5, now 7 out of 5, Larry out, 750, and 750, and 500, able to get 7 out of 5, going to be 500, now 7 out of Larry out, going to be 750, and 7 out of 5, going to be 7 out of 5, able to get 7 out of 5, 7 out of 5, 7 out of 5, 750, and 500, going to be 750, 750, Larry out, 750, 500, 750, and 500, able to get 7 out of 5, going to be 7 out of 5, going to be 7 out of 5, going to be 7 out of 5, not 10, 1,000, 1,000, able to get 1,000, able to get 1,000, going to be 1,000, going to be 1,000, proc, going to be 1,000, 750, not 10, 1,000, proc, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, able to get 1,000, able to get 1,000, going to be 1,000, going to be 1,000, going to be 750, not 10, 1,000, able to get 1,000, able to get 1,000, able to get 1,000, able to get 1,000, going to be 1,000 dice, holder 750, 632. Lot 3 will be up next. Here is Frank Consignment. Lot number 3 coming in. Hunter, able to get 5, hit 5, hit 500, not 5, hit 5, able to get 500, 5, able to get 500, 5, able to get 500, able to get 5, 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 not 5, hit 500, not 5, hit 500, 5, able to get 500, 750, and 7, 7, able to get 7, and 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 750, and 750, and now 10, and 1,000, able to get 1,000, able to get 1,000, able to get 1,000, able to get 1,000, going to be 1,000, able to get 1,000, 1,000, and 750, now 10, and 1,000, able to get 1,000, able to get 1,000, going to be 7, going to be 1,000, and 750 now, 1,000, able to get 1,000, able to get 1,000, able to get 1,000, able to get 1,000, going to be 1,000, 1,000.
Yes.
Now 1,250, 1,250 Cody, 1,250 Cody, 1,000, able to get 12 and a half, 1,000, going to be 12 and a half, sold 1,000 koi.
All right, the next 2 ewes that are coming here from Miracle, you get to buy choice. You get to buy choice, and they're going to take the other one. They're flush mates. They're going to take the other one home. You get to take your pick here. You're only buying one.
What if they hammer it out? That's up to them. That will be up to them. All right, sell choice. 500, able to get 5, hit 10, hit 1,000, able to get 15, not 2, hit 2,000, going to be 3, hit 25, 25, 25, 25, 3, hit 3, able to get 3, hit 25, able to get 3, hit 25, able to get 3, and 25, able to get 3, not 5, and 35, able to get 4, and 4,000, able to get 4,000, able to get 4,000, going to be 4,500 to 5, and 4,000, able to get 5, able to get 5, able to get 5, able to get 5, able to get 5,000, able to get 5, and 45, bid 5, and 4,000, able to get 5,000, able to get 5,000, going to be 45, able to get 5, and 45,000, now 5, now 5, and 5,500, 5,500, 5,500, 5,500, and 55, able to get 5, and 5,500, able to get 55, able to get 55, 55, 55, 55. What about 2.5? 52.5, 52.50, 52.5, and 52.5, and 50, able to get 2.5, and 52.5, able to get 2.5, able to get 2.5, able to get 2.5, going to be 2.5, going to be 52.50, and 52.5, able to get 2.5, able to get 2.5, now 2.5, 2.5. Sold 5,000 your way, Mason. 106. Takes the blue one. Here's 14. Tenant. All right, right there, going to be 14. Right there, going to get 5. Get 5. Now 10. Get 1,000. I'm going to 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 get 15. And now 2. And 25, 25, 25, 25, 25. I'm going to get 3,000. 3,500. And 35, 4. And 35, 4,000. 4,500. And 45, 5. And 5,000. I'm going to get 5,000. 5,500. And 55, 55, 55, 55, 5,500. 5,500. 5,500. 5,500. 4,000. 4,500. Now 5. And 5,000. I'm going to get 5. 4,000. I'm going to get 5. Yeah, Cody. 5,000. I'm going to get 5. Took him at 45 online. Got to be 5,000, Cody. 5,000. I'm going to get 5. 5,000. I'm going to get 5. 47.5. Now 5 online. 5,000. I'm going to get 5. Yeah, 5,000. I'm going to get 5,000. I'm going to get 5,000. I'm going to get 5,000. Going to be 52.5. 52.5. 52.50. 52.5. 51. What about 1? 5,100, 51, and 5,100, and 5,100, here going to be 5,100, and 5,100, we're going to get 51, we're going to get 51, we're going to get 51, we're going to get 5,100, and 5,100, we're going to be 100, we're going to be 100, we're going to be 100, we're going to be 1. Sold out 5,000 online. That'll be 668, 5,000. Let's go to lot 15. Lautenschlager. That's not an Oklahoma last name, is it? That is not an Oklahoma last name for sure. German. Sounds like a shot we had last night. Lautenschlager. 500, I'm going to get 5. Now 10. 1,000. 1,000, I'm going to get 15. 1,000, I'm going to get 15, 2. And 2,000, I'm going to be 25, I'm going to get 3. And 25, I'm going to get 3. Now 5. And 35, 35, 35, 35, I'm going to get 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 3,504. And 4,000, I'm going to get 4. And 3,504. And 4,000, I'm going to get 4,000, I'm going to get 4,000, I'm going to get 4,000, I'm going to be 4,000, I'm going to get 4. And 35, bid 4. And 4,000, I'm going to get 4,000, I'm going to get 4,000, I'm going to get 4,000, I'm going to be 4,500. And 4,500, 5, I'm going to get 4,500, here going to be 4,500. And 4,500, 5, I'm going to get 4,500, here going to be 4,500. And 40, look in, guys, 4,500. And 45, I'm going to get 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 4,500. And 4,500. And 40, I'm going to get 500, I'm going to get 40, I'm going to get 500, I'm going to get 4,500. 4,500. And 40, I'm going to get 500, I'm going to get 45, I'm going to get 45, I'm going to get 45, I'm going to get 4,500. 45, going to be 100. Sold at 4,000 online. 671, 4,000. Let's go to 59 Valentine. Will you be my Valentine? 59's in. 500, I'm going to get 5. 500, I'm going to get 5. Yeah, 5, I'm going to get 5. 5, not 10. Yeah, 1,000, I'm going to get 1,000. 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 I'm going to be 510. Yeah, 1,000. And 1,000. I'm going to be 15. Yeah, 15. 150. I'm going to get 50. I'm going to get 50. Now 15. Not 2. And 2,000. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. I'm going to be 2,500. Here, going to be 2,500. Not 25. And 2,500. And 20. I'm going to get 500. I got Cody at 25. Not 3. And 3,000. I'm going to get 3. And 25. I'm going to get 3. Yeah, 5. And 3,500. And 30. Now 500. I'm going to get 3,500. Not 4. And 4,000. I'm going to get 4,000. I'm going to get 4,000. I'm going to get 4,000. I'm going to be 4,000. I'm going to be 34. And 4,000. I'm going to get 4. And 4,000. I'm going to get 4,000. I'm going to get 4,000. I'm going to be 4,500. And 4,500. Cody, you're right as Shetland. 4,500. And 40. I'm going to get 500. I'm going to get 4,500. 4,500. And 40. I'm going to get 505. And 5,000. I'm going to get 5,000. I'm going to get 5,000. I'm going to get 5,000. And bid 5. And 5,000. I'm going to be 5. I'm going to get 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 5,000. I'm going to get 5. And 4,500. Bid 5. And 5,000. Cody, you're out now. 5,000. I'm going to get 5. And 5,000. I'm going to get 5,000. I'm going to get 5,000. Cole, you're out in the back. 5,000. Going to be 5. 5,000. I'm going to get 5. And 5,000. I'm going to get 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 5,000. I'm going to be 5. Sold at 4,500. Texas bound. 649. Here's 17 Eccles. Lot number 17, how they're going to be Eccles, how they're 500, hit 5, hit 510, hit 1,000, 15, not 2, hit 2,000, 25, 25, 3, 3, and 25, 3,500, and 3,500, 4, and 4,000, I'm going to get 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 4,000, going to be 4, and 35, 4, and 4,000, 4,500, and 40, I'm going to get 500, I'm going to get 4,500, here, going to be 4,500, now 47, 45. Well, I've already got 4,000. You're going the other way, Cody. We're going up to God. You're going down to the devil. Huh? He rises tomorrow. You remember that? 420. Oh, my. He's going to... These guys are getting a little rowdy in here. You got to be 4,500, Cody. 4,500. 4,500. Cody, you're out. 4,500. 4,500 and 40, we get 500, we get 4,500 here, 4,500 and 45, we get 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 4,500. Sold her 4,000 online. Nebraska bound 678. Here's 28 Mountain View. Mountain View, Oklahoma? No, sir. Not Southwest Oklahoma. From West Virginia, Mountain View time. Lot number 28, try to get 5, hit 5, hit 500, not 10, hit 1,000, I'm going to get 1,000, I'm going to get 1,000, I'm going to get 1,000, I'm going to be 500, not 10, hit 1,000, I'm going to be 15, hit 1,000, I'm going to get 15, I'm going to be 1,000, I'm going to get 15, I'm going to be 1,000, I'm going to get 1,500, hit 1,000, I'm going to be 15, hit 1,000, I'm going to get 15, I'm going to get 15, I'm going to get 15, 2,000, I'm going to be 2, 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 on try, and 2,002, and 1,500, not 2, and 2,000, I'm going to get 2,000, I'm going to get 2,000, I'm going to be 1,500, not 2, and 2,000, I'm going to be 2,000, I'm going to get 2,000, I'm going to be 2,500, and 2,500, and 20, I'm going to get 500. Going to be 2,500 here, going to be 2,500 here, going to be 2,500 and 2,500. Now 3. Now 3, Cody. 3,000, I'm going to get 3. 3,000, I'm going to get 3. 25, I'm going to get 3. And 25, I'm going to get 3. And 25, I'm going to get 3. 25, I'm going to get 3. 25, I'm going to get 3,000, 3. And 3,000, I'm going to be 3. And 3,000, I'm going to get 3. 2,750. 2,750. 27 and a half. Now 3,000 online. 3,000, I'm going to get 3. 3,000, I'm going to get 3. 32 and a half. 32.50. 32 and a half. You done? 32 and a half. Sold out 3,000. 792, 3,000. Is that rain? That is moisture coming from the gods. Coming down on us tonight. We sure needed it. Mullenkamp guys coming in. Lot number 51. High spec, right there, 5, 500, we get 5, you get 5, we get 500, 5, we get 500, 5, we get 500, not 10, 1,000, we get 1,000, we get 1,000, we get 1,000, we get 1,000, going to be 1,500 to 2,000, and 25, and now 3, we get 3, and 5, we get 35, 3,500, 3,500, 35, and 35, we get 5, and 3,500, 3,500, now 35, now 32 and a half, Cody, what about a half? 32 and a half, 32.50, 32 and a half, already got him at 3, 32 and a half, you're the man, 32 and a half, you're the man, 32 and a half, 32.50, 32 and a half, and 30, we get 2 and a half, going to be 30, we get 2 and a half, going to be 30, we get 2 and a half, going to be 3,000, 2 and a half. Sold out 3,000. I have no idea what the number was. 137, 137. I can't hear or see. Let's go to lot number 39. Here is Freeman. Lot 39, she's in, 5, you get 5, you get 5, you get 510, 1,000, you get 1,000, you get 1,000, I'm going to be 500, not 10, 1,000, you get 1,000, you get 1,000, I'm going to be 1,000, you get 1,000, I'm going to be 500, not 10, 1,000, you get 1,000, you get 1,000, I'm going to be 500, 750, and 500, 600, 67, here's 67, and 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 67, and 700, you get 7, and 6, 7, 800, 8 there, you're going to be 7, 8 there, you're going to be 7, 800, 800, 800, 800, 800, 7, 8, 9, and 900, you get 900, you get 910, 1,000, you get 1,000, you get 1,000, you get 1,000, I'm going to be 910, 1,000, I'm going to get 1,000, I'm going to get 1,000, I'm going to get 1,000, I'm going to be 910, and 1,000, I'm going to get 1,000, I'm going to be 900, I'm going to get 1,000, I'm going to be 900, 10, 11, and 10, 11, you get 10, 11, 11, 11, 10, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 10, 11, 1,100, 1,000, 1,100, you get 10, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 10, 1,100, going to be 1,000, 1,100, going to be 1,000, 1,100, going to be 10, 11. Sold her 1,000, Cody. 185. Here's 49. Here is Boddicker. Lot number 49, right there, going to be Boddicker time, right there, little blue, right there, going to get 500, not her, 5, and 5, not 10, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, I'm going to get 15, 1,000, I'm going to get 1,500, 1,000, I'm going to get, look in, guys, right there, going to get 15, and 15, not 2, and 2,000, 15, now 15, 1,000, I'm going to get 15, going to be 1,000, 15, not 2, and 25, and 25, 25, 25, 25, 2,500, and 20, going to get 500, not 3,000, I'm going to be 30, 3, not 3, going to get 35, 3,500, 3,500, 35, yeah, Cody, 3,500, 35, 5, and 3,500, yeah, Mason, and 3,500, 5, they get 35, yeah, Mason, and 3,500, they get 3,500, 32 and a half, now 5, 35, 35, they get 5, 35, 37 and a half, 37 and a half, 37.50, and 37 and a half, going to be 37 and a half, they get 37 and a half, 37 and a half, 37 and a half, 37.50, 37.50, and 35, going to be 37 and a half, going to be 37 and a half, going to be 37.50, 37.50, sold her 3,500, Mason. 156. T-Hans in right there. Going to be lot number 12's in the ring. Lot 12. F5 on her. F5. David get 500. David get 500. David get 500. 500. David get 500. F5. F500. David get 5. F500. David get 500. Going to be 10. F1000. David get 1000. Going to be 1000. 15. F1000. David get 15. 15. 15. 15. F1000. David get 15. At 2. And 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 3. David get 3. And 25. 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 David get 3. And you get 3. Mason. And 3. 5. And 3500. And 3500. Here you're going to be 3500. 3500. 2.5. F5. And 3500. And 30. David get 500. David get 3500. Here you're going to be 3500. And 3500. Cody's in. 35. 37.5. 37.5. Now 4. 4,000. David get 4. 35. David get 4. 35. David get 4. And 4,000. Going to be 35. David get 4,000. David get 4. I got online at 35. Going to be 4. 4,000. Going to be 4. 4,000. 4. And 4,000. David get 4,000. David get 4,000. David get 4,000. David get 4,000. Going to be 35. David get 4. I sold her 3,500. She's going to 741. Here's lot 19. 19 coming in right there. Going to be Brittany and Dyer. Going to be white one right there. Get 5. Hit 5. Hit 500. Hit 5. They're going to get 500. They're going to get 500. They're going to get 500. Here. 50. And 7, 7, 7, 10. 1,000. They're going to get 1,000. They're going to get 1,000. They're going to get 1,000. 1,000. Hit 1,000. They're going to get 1,000. Going to be 1,250. 1,000. They're going to get 1,250. Going to be 1,000. They're going to get 1,250. Going to be 1,000. Going to be 1,250. 1,000. 1,250. Now 1,500. 1,500. 1,500 and 1,500. Now 17 and a half and 17 and a half. Going to be 17 and a half. It'll get 1,750. Now 2 and 2,000. Going to be 2 and 2,000. Going to be 2. Going to be 2. 2,500. 2,500 to 5. 2,500. You're out of line. You're out of line. You're out of line. 2,500. 2,500 to 5. 2,500. 2,500 to 3. 3,000 to 3. Now 3 to get 3. 25 to get 3. And 3,000 to get 3,000. 3,500. And 3,500 to get 3,500 to get 3,500 to get 35,500. 3,500. 4. And 4,000 to get 4,000 to get 4,000 to get 4,500. And 4,500 to buy there. You're going to be 4,500. Here you're going to be 4,500. Mason. Cody, you're out. 4,500. 4,500. And 4,500 to get 45 to get 45 to get 45 to get 45. Going to be 4,500. Sold her 4,779. 4,000. Let's go to 31.
Direct result of a Diva purchase right here.
Woo! Direct daughter, one that came from this sale right here.
Go on, boys.
How about her? How about her?
Get in, get in, Woo! Get all fired up.
H&M, guys, here's going to be lot number 31. Hit 5, hit 500, not 5, hit 500, not 10, hit 1,000, I'm going to get 1,000, 15, not 2, and 2,000, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 2,500, not 3, and 3,000, going to be 25, and 2,500, here, 25, 25, 25, 2,500, and 25, 3, and 3,000, I'm going to get 3,000, I'm going to get 3,000, I'm going to be 25, I'm going to get 3, and 25, I'm going to get 3, and 25, I'm going to get 3, now did you get it? 3, and 3,000, 5, and 3,500, 5, and 5, you're going to be 3,500, here, you're going to be 3,500, and 3,500, I'm going to get 35, 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 I'm going to be 3,500, and 3,500, now 35, 2.5, now 5, 3,500, 35, I'm going to get 5, Mason, 3,500, and 3,500, you're going to be 3,500, here, you're going to be 3,500, now half, 37.5, 37.50, and 37, I'm going to be 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 37.5, said no, so 3,500, Mason, 156. Brittany and Dyer, they're back again, guys. Here's going to be lot number 20. 20's in. They're going to get 5. Hit 5. Hit 5. They're going to get 500. They're going to get 500. They're going to get 500. 500. Not 5. Not 500. They're going to get 5. They're going to get 5. They're going to get 500. Hit 5. Hit 500 and 10. Hit 1,000. They're going to get 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 1,000. 1,000. And 1,000. They're going to get 1,000. They're going to get 1,000. They're going to be 1,000. They're going to get 1,000. They're going to be 1,000. And 1,000. What about 750? 750. And 750. And 7 and a half a dollar. Going to be 7. Going to be 7. Going to be 7. Going to be 7. Going to be 750 and 500, 750 and 7 and a half here. Going to be 7. Going to be 750, 750 and 750. There you're going to be 750. There you're going to be 750, 750. Sold her 500 koi. 158. Here is 33. Here's Glasscock. Lot number 33. Look here, little blue. Right there, 5. Hit 5. Hit 5. Hit 5. Hit 500. 500. 500. 500. Here's 750. Not 10. 1,000. 15. Not 2. And 2,000. Going to be 25. And now 3. 35. 4,000. 4,000. Going to be 4. Now 4. And 35. 4. And 35. Going to be 4,000. Going to be 40. 500. And 40. 500. 40. 500. Now 40. 500. And 40. 500. 40. 500. 40. 500. Now 5. And 5,000. 5. 5. 5. 5. Now 5. Cody. And 5,000. 5. And 5,000. 5,000. 5,000. 47.5. Now 5. Now 5. Mason. 5,000. 5. 5,000. 52.5. 52.5. 52.50 and 52.5. 52.5. 52.5. Sold her 5,000. Mason. 156. Let's go to SRV. Lot number 36 coming in. SRV. 500, 5, hit 5, and 500, 1,000, 1,000, 15, now 2, now 5, now 3, 3, now 5, now 4, now 40, 500, now 5, and 5,000, 5,500, 6,000, and 6,000, now 7,000, going to be 7,000, going to be 7, and 7,000, and 7,000, going to be 7,000, going to be 8,000, going to be 8,000, going to be 8, and now 8,000, 9, and 9,000, going to get 9,000, going to get 9,000, going to get 9, and now 9, 8,500, 8,500, 8,500, now 9. Now 9, now 9, but 9, 9,000, going to be 9,000, going to get 9,000, going to get 9,000, going to be 9,000, going to get 9, 85, going to get 9, 85, going to get 9, 85, calls in, 85, going to get 9,000, going to get 9,000, going to get 9,000, going to get 9,000, going to be 9,000, going to be 9. Sold her 8,500 koi. 149. Here's 44. Here's walk up. Walk up. 44, she's in. 500, 500, 500, yeah, 500, 500, 500, 500, 500, 700, going to be 10, 115, not 2, and 2,000, 25, and 25, 25, 25, 25, 2,500, and 20, 500, going to be 20, 500, going to be 2250, and 22 and a half, and 20, not 5, and 2,500, not 5, now 3, and now 3, and 25, 3, out Mason, and 3, and 25, 3, going to be 25, 3,000, 3, and 25, 3. What about 2750, Mace? Will that help? 27 and a half, 27.50, sold 2,500. Cody, 185. Here's 37 SRV. SRV got another one. Yes, I did. Had a good one a while ago. 5, 500, 10, 1,000, 15. Now 2, now 5, now 3, 35, 35, 4, 45, 4,500. Now 5, 5,500, 5,500, 5,500. 55, 5,500, 5,500, now 6, 6,000, 6,006, and 6,000, able to get 6,000, able to get 6,000, going to be 6,000, and 5,500, 6, and 6,000, going to be 6,000, able to get 6,000, able to get 6,000, going to be 6, 6,000, and 5,500, going to be 6,000, going to be 6,000, going to be 6,000, going to be 6, sold her 5,500, 108. Here is Fontana right there. Going to be lot number 13. 10. 5, 510, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, going to be 500, not 10, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, going to be 500, going to be 10, and 1,500, and 15, 1,000, going to be 15, going to be 10, and 15, going to be 1,000, going to be 15, going to be 1,000, going to be 1,500. Got a leak. Got a leak in the barn. 2,000. It's not bad this time of year to have a leak in the barn. 2,000, I'm going to get 2. 2,000, I'm going to get 2. 15, not 2. And 2,000, 2. And 2,000, I'm going to be 2. Going to be 2. Going to be 2,000. Going to be 2,000. 15, 2. And 2,000. And 2,000, I'm going to get 2,000. 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 Going to be 2. Sold out 1,500. 145. I'll take a leak in this barn over that prom we had last year. Any day. Dorper yearling here is going to be lot number 26, Sylvester. Time 555. Right on the roll. 555. Hit 5. And down 10. And 1,000. 1,500. Not 2. And 25, 25, 25, 25, 3. And 3,000. 35. And 3,500. 3,500. 3,500. Not 5. And 3,500. And 3,500. 3,500. 3,500. 3,500. And 3,500. Cody's in. And 3,000. 3,500. 3,500. 3,500. And 3,500. 3,500. 4. And 4,000. 4,000. 4,000. 4,000. 4,000, and 4,000, 4,000, 4,000, 4,000, 4,000, going to be 4, 35, going to be 4,000, 4, 35, 4,000, 4, sold out 3,500. 101, got her. Here is 22, here is Rap. Am I saying that right? Rap. Lot 22, she's in. Pretty cool little Yule hand. 5, 500, 10, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, going to be 500, not 10, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 750, and 750, not 10, now 15, 1,000, 15, going to be 1,000, 15, going to be 1,000, 15, going to be 15, 15, 15, 1,000, going to be 15, not 2, and 2,000, going to be 2, 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 2,000, and now 2, and 2,000, 15, 2, and 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, going to be 2, and 2,000, going to be 15, 2, and 2,000, going to get 2,000, going to get 2,000, going to get 2,000, going to be 2,000, going to be 2, sold her 1,500, buyer 701, online. Venwart, is that right? 61 Van Wert, they're in. 5, 5, and 500, not 10. 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, going to be 1,000, 1,000, going to be 500, not 10. 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, going to be 500, 1,000, 1,000, going to be 15, and 1,500, and 1,500, 15, 15, 15, 15, 1,000, 15, 1,500, 1,000, 15, 1,000, 1,500, 1,000, going to be 15. I took Cody 1,000, 15, not 2. 2,000, going to be 2. 2,000, going to be 2, and 2,000, 2,500, 2,500, 25, 25, 25, 5. Online's in at 2,000, 2,500. I got online and in at 2, 2,500, 25, 3, 3,000, 3, 3,500, 3,500, 4, 4,000, 4, 4,000, 4, and 35, 4,000, 4,000, 4,000, 4,000, going to be 4, and 4,000, 4,000, 4,000, going to be 35, going to be 4. 4,000 going to be 4, and 3,500, 4,000, 4,000, 4,000, 4,000 going to be 4. Sold out 3,500 koi. 142. Thank you, young man. Appreciate you. Here's Casera. Here's 41, going to be lot number 41. Right there, going to be Chris Sarah brought a good one. Hit 5, hit 5, hit 5, hit 500, 10, 1,000, 1,000, going to be 500, not 10, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, going to be 500, not 10, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, going to be 1,000, 750, and 750, and 500, going to be 7,500, going to be 7,500, going to be 7,500, going to be 7,500, 10, 1,000, 1,250, and 10 and 12,500, going to be 1,000, 12,500, going to be 1,000, 12,500, going to be 1,000, 1,250, 1,000, 1,250. I took Cody at 1,000. Going to be 1,250 online. 1,250, 1,250, 1,250, 1,000, 1,250, 1,000, 12,500, going to be 1,000, 12,500, going to be 1,000, 12,500, going to be 10, 1,250, 1,000, 12 and a half, 1,000, 12,500, going to be 1,000, 12,500, going to be 1,000, going to be 1,250. I sold her 1,000, Cody. 141. 23. Here's Rap again. Their back Rap is back. Probably going to get 5. Hit 5. Hit 500. Hit 5. They're going to get 500. 750. And 500. 7,500. 500. 7,500. 500. 750. And 500. Now 7,500. 7,500. 7,500. 7,500. Going to be 750. And 500. 750. And 7,500. 7,500. 7,500. Going to be 7,500. Going to be 750. And 500. 600. 500. 600. 500. Going to be 600. And 500. Going to get 5. 3. Going to get 500. 500. Let's go. 505. And 5. And 5. 3. Going to get 500. 5. 3. Going to get 500. 5. 3. Going to get 500. 5, they get 500, 5, they get 500, 5, they get 500. Now 6, 600, 600. Sold her 500, 767, 500. Here comes Edler. Going to be lot number 10 coming in. Lot number 10. 500. Hit 5. Hit 5. Hit 5. They're going to get 5. They're going to get 5. They're going to get 500. 5. They're going to get 500. 5. Here going to be 7. Going to be 10. 15. And 1500. Now 2. And 2000. Going to be 2. 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 Going to get 2. Now 5. And 2500. And 20. Now 500. Now 2500. And 20. Going to get 500. Going to be 20. Going to get 500. Going to be 2500. And 2500. I got Cody at 2. 2500. 2500. 2500. And 20. Going to get 500. Going to be 2500. Here going to be 2500. Here 5. Now 3. 3000. Going to get 3. 3000. Going to get 3. And 3000. Going to get 3000. Going to be 25. Going to get 3. And 2500. Bid 3. And 3000. Going to get 3. And 3000. Going to get 3. And 3000. Going to get 3. And 3000. Going to be 25. Going to get 3. 3000. Going to get 3000. Going to be 25. Going to get 3. Sold her 2500. 156. Here is Miracle. It's a miracle. Lot 5, 500, hit 5, hit 5, they're going to get 5, now 10, hit 1,000, they're going to get 1,000, going to be 15, 1,000, they're going to get 15, going to be 10, 15, going to be 15, going to get 15, going to be 1,000, going to be 15, now 2, and 2,000, going to be 2, 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 going to get 2, and 15, 2, and 2,000, and 15, 2, and 2,000, going to get 2,000, going to be 2, going to be 2, going to be, I got 1,000 online, going to be 2, now 15, Cody, now 2,000, 2,000, 2,500, 25, going to get 5. 3,000, I'm going to get 3. 25, I'm going to get 3. 25, I'm going to get 3. 25, I'm going to get 3,000, I'm going to get 3. 3,000, I'm going to get 3. And 3,000, I'm going to get 3,000, I'm going to get 3,000, I'm going to get 3. And 25, I'm going to get 3. 25, I'm going to get 3. Cody's in. 25, I'm going to get 3. 25, I'm going to get 3,000. And now 3, I'm going to get 3. And 25, I'm going to get 3. And 25, I'm going to get 2,000, I'm going to get 3. One last call for alcohol. Well, here. 3. Sold 2,500. They asked me that at the concert the other night. I said, I'll take 6. They said, it's last call. I said, well, 6. Come on. Let's have them. Why not? Here's Silver Dollar. Here's 63. I was thinking the exact same thing. Right there, going to get 5. You get 5. You get 5. They're going to get 5. You get 5. They're going to get 510. 1,000. They're going to get 1,000. They're going to get 1,000. Going to be 5. Not 10. 1,000. They're going to get 1,000. They're going to get 1,000. Going to be 5. Not 10. Now 15. 1,000. They're going to get 15. 1,000. They're going to get 15. Going to be 10. 15. Going to be 10. 15. Going to be 1,000. Going to be 1,500. And 15. 1,000. Going to be 15. And 1,500. 15. Going to get 15. Going to get 15. Going to get 15. Going to be 1,000. Going to get 15. Lot 63. 1,500. 15 now 2. 2,000 going to be 2. 2,000 Cody. 2,000 going to be 2. 2,000 going to be 2 Cody. 17 and a half. 17 and a half Cody. 17 and a half. 1750. Now 2 online. 2,000 going to be 2. And 2,000 going to be 2. Going to be 2. Going to be 2. 2,000 going to be 2 online. 2,000 going to get 2. And 2,000 going to get 2,000 going to get 2,000 going to get 2,000 going to be 2. And 2,000 going to be 2. Going to be 2. 2,000 going to be 2 Todd. 2,000 one buyer. 2,000 going to be 2. And 2,000 going to get 2,000 going to get 2,000 going to get 2,000 going to be 2. Sold her 17 and a half. Cody. 181. Let's go to Frink. Is that right? Lot number 4. Lot 4, she's in. They're going to get 5. Hit 5. Hit 5. They're going to get 5. Hit 510. Hit 1,000. They're going to get 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 1,000. They're going to be 1,000. They're going to get 1,000. They're going to be 5. Going to be 10. Going to be 5. Going to be 1,000. And 1,000. And 1,000. They're going to get 1,000. They're going to get 1,000. They're going to get 1,000. They're going to be 500. Not 10. Now 10. 10. 10. 7. Half. 10. Now 10. 1,000. And 1,000. They're going to get 1,000. They're going to get 1,000. They're going to be 1,250. And 1,000. 12 and a half. And 1,000. Now 12 and a half. Going to be 1,000. And 12 and a half. Going to be 10. And 12 and a half. Going to be 10. And 12 and a half. Going to be 1,000. 1,250. 1,000. 12 and a half. And I sold her 1,000. Code 133. Here's lot 7. Here's Jones. Here's an Oklahoma name. Yes. We got to. Here's Jones. Lot number 7. 500, they're going to get 5. Hit 5. Hit 500. Hit 5. They're going to get 500. Not 5. Hit 5. They're going to get 500. 700. 10. 100. 15. And 1,500. And 15. Not 2. And 2,000. They're going to get 2,000. Going to be 2,500. And 20. They're going to get 500. Going to be 2,500. Going to be 25. And 2,500. Not 3. And 2,000. They're going to get 3. Mason going to be 3. And 2,000. They're going to get 35. And 3,500. They're going to get 3,500. They're going to get 3,500. 35. And 35. What about 32 and a half, Cody? 32 and a half. 32.50. 32 and a half. And 30. Going to get 2 and a half. Going to be 30. Going to get 2 and a half. Going to be 32.50. And 30. Going to get 2 and a half. Going to be 30. Going to get 2 and a half. Going to be 32. Going to be half. Sold at 3,000, Mason. 156. Let's go to 42. Here's Candy. 142, she's in. I'm going to get 5. Hit 5. Hit 510. Hit 1,000. I'm going to get 1,000. I'm going to get 1,000. I'm going to get 500. Not 10. Hit 1,000. I'm going to get 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 1,000. 1,000. Hit 1,000. And 500. Going to be 10. And 505. And now 5. I'm going to get 500. 5. I'm going to get 500. 5. I'm going to get 500. 500. 5. I'm going to get 500. Not 5. And 500. I'm going to get 5. And 500. I'm going to get 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 500. Not 5. And 500. Not 5. Not 10. And 1,000. I'm going to get 1,000. 739. You're not in. What about 600? Give me 600 Tabitha. Thank you. Yep. 6, 7, 8. 800. 800. 6, now 8. 800. Who we got? We got Richard in at 600. Going to be 800. 800. 800. Tabitha, Spencer, we're out. 800. 800, 6, and now 8, 800, and now 8, here you're going to be 600, 800, 6 18s, and everybody else is out on line. 800, 800, and now 800, and now 8, here you're going to be 800, now 9, now 9, 900, and now 900, 900, 900, 900, going to be 9, here you're going to be 900, 900, going to be 900, and now 9, and 900, 900, 900, 706 is in, everybody else on line is out. 900, 900, and now 9, and now 900, 900, 900, 900, 900, 900, 9. Sold her 800, 706, 706. Here's 45. Here's a F4 Club Lambs. Lot number 45 coming in. 500 on her. Hit 5. Hit 5. Hit 5. They're going to get 5. Hit 500. They're going to get 500. 7 7 7 7 going to be 1,000. I'm going to get 1,000. I'm going to get 1,000. 12 12 12 12 15. And 1,500. And 1,500. And 15. And 50 50 50. Not 2. And 2,000. Going to be 2. 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 Bit of a 2. Going to be 2. Bit of a 2. Going to be 2. Bit of a 2. Going to be 2. 2,000. I'm going to get 2. Now 25. 2,500, Mike. 2,500 and 25 to 5 and 2,500 here. Going to be 2,500 here. Going to be 2,500 here. Going to be 2,500 and 2,500 here. Going to be 2,500. Going to be 2,500 and 20 to 500. Going to be 2,500. Going to be 2,500. Sold her 2,000. Cody. 139. Here's 27. Here's Wolf. Lot 27 going to be Wolf Flam. How there going to be Big Bad Wolf. 500 going to get 5. 5. Hit 5. And 5. 10. 15. 2. 2. 5. 3. 35. And 35. 35. 35. 35. And 3,500. And 3,500. Here going to be 3,500. Here going to be 3,500. Here going to be 3,500. And 30 going to get 500. Going to be 3,500. Here going to be 3. Going to get 3. Yeah, 3. And 3,000. I took it. 25. Is that right? 25 going to get 3. 25 going to get 3. 25 at 2,500. 2,000. 2,002. 2,000, 15, 2. 2,000, I'm going to be 2. 2,000, I'm going to be 2. 15 and 2. Now 5. 2,500. 25 and 5. 25 and 5. 25 and 5. 25, 5. 25 and 5. 2,500. Now 3. 3,000, going to get 3. 3,000, going to be 3. Cody, what about 2,750? 2,750. 27 and a half. 27 and a half. Your man's out too. 27 and a half. 27 and a half. 2750. Sold 2,500. Your way, Mason. One's no. Something in the water here in Oklahoma.
It's coming out the bottom, so I don't know.
175. 175. Here's 35. McKinney. Lot 35, on her, right, 5, net 10, 1,000, 1,000, 15, 15, 1,000, 15, 1,000, 15, 15, not 2, and 25, 25, 25, 25, 3, and 3,000, 35, 4, and 4,000, 4, and 35, 4,000, 4,000, 4,000, going to be 35, 4, and 4,000, 4, and 3,500, 4,000, 4,000, 4,000, 4,000, 4, and 4,000, going to be 35, 4, and 4,000, 4,000, is that going to be help? 37 and a half, 37 and a half, 37 and a half, 37.50, and 37 van, going to be 37 van, 37 van, 37 van, going to be 37 van, going to be 37.50. Sold 35. Cody away 3,500. 147. Let's go to Hudnut. 25 right there, going to be lot number 25 right there, on her right there, 500, now 5, hit 5, hit 5, here we get 500, 500, 500, 500, 500, 500, 500, 7, going to be 10, 100, 15, 1,000, 15, 1,000, 15, and now 2, and 2,000, going to be 2, 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 going to be 2,000, 2, and now 2, down 2, and 15, 2, and 2,000, 2, and 1,500, 2,000, 2,000, Mason then, 1,500, now 2, and 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2, 1,500, 2,000, 2, sold her 1,500. 180. Here's 57. Lockenmeyer, is that right? Lockenmeyer. My 5, right there, 5, 500, 5, 5, 500, 500, 500, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, going to be high, now 10, now 10, 15, 2, and 2,000, and 2,000, 25, and 2,500, and 20, 500, going to be 20, 500, you out on line, 2,500, and 20, 500, going to be 2,500, here, going to be 2,500, now 5, and 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 2,500, 25, 5, and 2,500, 2,500, 5 here, 25, and 2,500, and 2,500, going to be 2,500 here, 2,500, 2,500, 2,500. Got you at 2, right? Not 25. You got on line, 2,500, 2,500, 2,500. Sold, 22 and a half, now 5. Sold, 22 and a half, 136, 22.50, 136. Here is Meyer, 21. My time, 5, 500, 5, 5, 5, 500, 5, 5, 100, 5, 5, 500, 500, and 5, and 500, 500, 750, and 7, lane you're out, 750, yes, 700, heavy, you're going to be 750, and 7, 10, 1,000, 1,000, now 10, 1,000, and 750, now 10, Mark's in at 750, going to be 1,000, and 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, going to be 1,000, going to be 1,000, and 1,000, here, going to be 1,000, here, going to be 1,000, going to be 1, sold her 750, 815's a buyer, Texas bound. That sheep's going to get hot down there in Texas. Here's 52, Mollenkamp, lot number 52, we got a Southern. Southern Belle in the ring, 5, 5, 5, 5, 500, 500, 500, 500, 500, bid 5, and 500, 5, and 500, 500, 500, now 5, and 500, 500, 500, now 5, and 500, bid 5, and 500, 600, and 500, going to be 600, and 5 here, going to be 600, 600, 600, 600, and 5, 600, now 6, lane online, I took Cody at 5, going to be 600. Lane going to be 600. 600, you on line. 600. 5, and now 6, and 600, we're going to get 600, we're going to get 600, we're going to get 600, we're going to be 600, 600, Lane, going to be 6, 600, we're going to be 600, and 500, we're going to be 600, we're going to get 600, we're going to be 600, we're going to be 6. Sold her 500, Cody. 188. Guys, if you don't have a lamb bought this year, quite possibly could be your last opportunity. Last one on earth for sale the rest of the year. 500. Let's roll. If 500, if 10, if 1,000, if 1,000, 15, if 52, and 2,000, going to be 2, 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 15, 2, and 2,000, going to be 2, and 2,000, going to be 2,000, going to be 2,000, going to be 2,000, going to be 2,000, 25, 2,500, 2,500. Give me 2.5, Cody. 22.5. 22.50 and 22.5 and 22.5 $1. Going to be 20, going to get 2.5, going to be 20, going to get 2.5, going to be 20, going to get 2.5, 22.5, and I sold her 2,000 Mason. 156. Ladies and gentlemen online, thank you very much for bidding quickly. We appreciate you. Clay, Lily, Elliott, thank you guys for putting on another outstanding sale. Buyers, thank you very much for being here this afternoon, this evening. Consigners, great set of sheep you brought. We want to thank everybody for coming out and supporting this sale. You guys have safe travels. And if you need anything, get a hold of Clay Elliott. God bless. We'll see you down the road.